Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Ashley Bickle. I work in the recruitment department at Loyalist College. I have here with me today Michaela Brotmere, who is going into her third year of the Child and Youth Care program at Loyalist. Michaela, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. And thank you again for being here with us today. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
My name's Michaela. I finished my second year of the CYC program and I'm going into my third and final year. I started in 2018 and I actually got to live on residence both years. I've moved from the Ottawa area into Belleville and lived on residence, and I'll be graduating in 2021 in June.
So exciting. Really, really excited about that for you. That's really awesome. So first question for you here. We've got a few good ones. What drew you to Loyalist in the first place?
So the biggest two things that drew me to Loyalist was location and size of campus. So like I said, I'm from the Ottawa area, but I'm from a very small town near Ottawa, and I've always gone to really small schools, like less than 500 people at a time. So when I first started looking for schools, my number one priority was something small that felt like home to me and that I didn't feel like I would get lost in. My brother went to Loyalist a few years before me, and I went and visited him during one of the open houses. And I immediately, like, my first few seconds of walking through those doors, it felt like it was home, like it was my future. It's such a small campus and it's so personal. And, the residence was great. I'm a very private person and I really wanted to have my own space. And Loyalist was one of the few places that I saw that, there was an option to have your own room and to have your own space, which was super important for me. And then I've also loved location. I'm from the Ottawa area, but I've also got family in Toronto. So it's like that perfect in between location that I'm not very far from either, or if I want to visit anybody. And just the program and the student life, like there's always something going on campus, and there was so much to get involved in, and the program had such good success rates for jobbing or for getting jobs and like student satisfaction. It seemed like it was the perfect fit for me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Michaela. My next question for you, can you speak to the overall experience that you had while on campus?
So like I said, Loyalist really felt like home to me. It's a small campus. It's very personal. It's very one-on-one when you meet people and stuff. And I really got involved in the school, which really helped with my overall experience. I went to pub nights, like there was it started on Thursdays and then moved to Fridays, and I went to almost every single one of them because I love dancing, and it was a good chance to hang out with friends and get out of the townhouses or out of your apartment and, meet new people and just get involved in the school life. And I also joined Campus Rec. So I worked for Campus Rec both years of being at Loyalist so far. And that was a great way for me to get to meet people, both my coworkers and the regulars that would come out to the events and the games that we would host and stuff. So that was a great way to get to meet people. And I felt like walking down the halls every day, somebody would say hi to me because they knew me from something or other. I also loved how much space there is for studying on campus, like staying in your own room if that's what you prefer, going to the library, going to the link lounge, going to the study pods all throughout the school. There's honestly so many spots to go study and to do group like projects, because with the CYC program, it's a lot of group work and it's a lot of working together on stuff. So it was really important that we had those areas to do it, because you needed more time sometimes than what you had in class. So it really gave you those chances to get together and work on things to be successful.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Michaela. My next question for you, and kind of going back to the CYC, the Child and Youth Care program, can you tell us a bit about your overall experience in the Child and Youth Care program?
Oh, absolutely. So I already knew that the program was going to be amazing because I had a friend of mine who went in through it before me, and she loved it. But it really couldn't compare to what I experienced. Like, it was absolutely amazing. Starting with the staff, like they're so supportive of you. They understand that life happens, whether you have kids or you're working full time while you're trying to go to school, or something's going on in your personal or family life. Like, they understand that life happens and they're there to help you succeed no matter what. And they'll really do what they can to make sure that you succeed. And then there's also the students and your fellow classmates. For CYC, we have what we call the CYC family, which is honestly so true. Like for my year at least, we really all connected. We're all a tight knit group. We do whatever we can to help each other and support each other. And I have so much love for every single one of them. You really do become a family in the CYC program. The other kind of aspect of the program is the classes. So all of our profs are super engaging and they really want to ensure that you get what you want and what you thought you would get when you came to the program. Some of them still volunteer or work in the field outside of the actual program. So they have the like real life what's going on in the field. They know what's going on, they know what's happening, and they know what we need to learn to be best prepared to go out into the field. It's not outdated information that you learn. And they really try to make it hands-on knowledge, like learning. No matter what you do, no matter what class you're in, there's always something hands-on going on. And they really try to make sure that you get the best learning that you can, because not everybody learns from just a lecture. And there's also all kinds of like community learning through placements, or we have guests come in all the time to our classes, or we go out to outside organizations that are in the field. And we really get to experience and make those networking connections with other people. And they really try to make sure that when you graduate, not only are you ready to walk across that stage and jump headfirst into the field, but you have the connections to do so.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much for that kind of look into the CYC program. That's amazing information. Now, you kind of touched on faculty a little bit already, but could you tell us about the faculty within the CYC program and how they helped you along your educational journey?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they're all super supportive of you. And they make sure that you know that they're there. They walk you in on the first day usually, or the first few days, and they show you where their offices are, and they make sure that you know that their door is always open to talk, whether it's struggling with an assignment or something's going on in your life, or you're fighting with a classmate or whatever. They're there for you, and they will make sure that they help you through those issues and do the best that they can. And if there's something that they can't help you with, they will connect you to the support system that you need to get through that. So if it's counseling services, they'll walk you down and do what we call the handoff method. They'll walk you right down to the counseling services and help you book that appointment and make sure that you feel safe and supported through that whole process. And I think both the staff and the classes, that's the overall, like all of it is so amazing. And that's why CYC at Loyalist actually has the #1 satisfactory rating in all of the CYC programs in Ontario, because they just really make sure that they do what they can to help you succeed in your education.
For sure. And such an amazing thing to be so proud of, being an alumni myself, and then you, of course, going through the CYC program. It makes you really proud of being a part of Loyalist, right? For sure. Thank
Absolutely.
you so It certainly does, for sure. And now, Michaela, I've got one more question for you, and you've been great so far, and I really appreciate, again, you being here and kind of taking us through this. That final question, what do you love most about Loyalist?
I can't say just one thing. I love everything about Loyalist. So like starting personally and without the program itself, I've made so many friends at Loyalist College, like lifelong friends that I know I will always be able to turn to. And I've made so many connections personally and professionally through my program and through working at the school and just being a part of Loyalist and how many opportunities they provide at the school to network and stuff. I've made so many connections in the CYC fields that I feel really ready to graduate and to move on and stuff. I've also have so many memories at the school, from working campus rec and playing games with other fellow Loyalist students, to going to pub night and dancing with my friends, to studying in the Link Lounge late at night trying to get that assignment done, to hanging out in residence. I have so many memories that I will never forget from Loyalist College. And it really feels like a second home to me. Like it's not even just, my home away from home. It's a second home. Belleville will always have half of my heart, and I will always be able to return there and feel like I'm at home. And I think the other thing that is super important with Loyalist is how supportive the school is. not just my program, but the whole school. Like once you're alumni, once you're a Lancer, you're always a Lancer. They encourage you to come back to watch the sporting events, to come out to different activities that they host. The career center is always there to help you in your field, to help you progress and get the jobs you want, whether you come back to do resumes or mock interviews or whatever. Like they really support our alumni. And the school, like for me, it helped me become the person I wanted to be, both professionally and personally. Like it really shaped me to who I am.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So well said, and so true for sure. And again, like I can attest to that as well, being an alumni myself, so many great supports. And Michaela, thank you so much for answering these questions today. Really appreciate that. And I wish you the best of luck going forward into your third year of the CYC program. So exciting. And I wish you all the best in that journey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.